Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back. Do you notice anything different about my garage? We got some lights up in here. Woo! We have eight LED strips around the ceiling. So the lighting should be a little bit better for videos now, which is good. Do you think you want a treat? I have to bribe Mac these days to stay in my video. Oh, girls. Can you spin? Can you spin? Oh, good job. Okay, today we're gonna do something a little bit more fun, I think. We're gonna try or attempt a plie challenge. So plie is a ballet movement. It means to bend, and that terminology, but it's also a staple bar movement, if I can stay in frame here. So just a bend of your knees is a plie, but then in bar, we do kind of that similar position, but with elevated heels, different positions, and what it does is put your quads at a really nice level for maximum burn and tension. So honestly, that's one of the thigh exercises we do in bar classes that just kills me straight off the bat. Your legs burn after like 10 seconds, and it's really good. So my idea here is to do a bunch of different kinds of plies. We're gonna do pretty much every position and tempo and variation of plies we can. And the goal is to not ever come out of your position. I think there's one instance where we will stretch our legs and change positions intentionally, but our goal is to not stretch our legs and rest. I honestly don't know if I can get through this. I teach like 8 to 10 bar classes a week, and I demonstrate in class, but I get up and walk around a lot. So I don't usually have to stay the entire time in one exercise. So I'm a little nervous for this. If you make it through this whole set and you do the whole thing without breaking, then comment, because I will be really impressed with that. Fingers crossed we can get through this. So we're gonna do a little stretching at the end, but let's get right on into our warm-up. Before we start, let's go over some foot positions so that everyone knows what's going on. When we do a parallel stance, I want your feet right underneath your hips. When we rise and we take our plie, I just want you to make sure your ankles aren't going out to the side. So think about little magnets squeezing into the center, and then we'll plie from there. Another position is first position, so we know this from ballet, but this would be a relevated first. In this instance, our heels are squeezed all the way together. That gives you a little more tension point. You can squeeze in and under in your glutes and your pelvic floor and all those good areas there. Second position is standard. We've done that a lot in these workouts. The other position comes out of a first, the bar first position with your heels together, and you'll just walk one foot out, and that's a ballet fourth position. But I want your weight to be nice and equal between 2 feet. I'll have you balance and all that good stuff. So those are our several positions. I have a mat doubled up here because this is a long time to be on the balls of your feet. If you have sesamoiditis or plantar fasciitis or anything kind of funky going on there, just keep your heels pretty low. I'll kind of cue that. As long as your weight is shifted forward a little bit, your thighs will still be at a good angle for proper burnage. All right, you ready? So let's warm up a little bit. Let's just give me a few little leg swings. This is like my standard go-to warm up for anything. I like a few little side swings, open up my hips. We don't have to be too warm for this, which is good. So you could just literally roll out of bed and do this if you really felt like it. I also go front and back a little bit. You can point your feet, flex them. Try not to hit your swinging legs on anything. And we'll take our other side. So a little side swing. Get any snap, crackle, pops out of your hips here. And swing it front and back. Let's take a wide ground plie second position. Just a little stretch, a little twist. Sometimes that pops my back. I have a treat sitting right here. I think someone's hopeful. You being so good. Yes. Come back up. Hold in a little squat position. If you can sit all the way down, you can hold on to something here too. Or this is a good test to see if you have long Achilles tendons. Pretty good base there. If you can get your butt all the way down to your heels and not fall backwards, that means your Achilles tendons are relatively long. So next time you're at a party or you're trying to meet someone, you can be like, guess what? I have long Achilles tendons. Bet you didn't know that. Right, Mac? All right, one more stretch. Let's just open up our quads a little bit. You're gonna really wanna take this stretch as we continue, but try not to come out. So that's our challenge portion of this set, is to just plow on through and not come up. You're practicing endurance, especially mental endurance. Tiny, chiseling little movements. This is classic bar. You'll find these exercises in probably any bar studio you go to. So check it out, let's get going. We're gonna start in a parallel position, feet right under the hips. I'm gonna face my bar here. Lift your heels all the way up and then bend your knees. Plie does need to bend, so that's where that bend comes in. And just hold here for a second. Make sure that your arches at this point are pressing. I like to drive them over like my second toe through that metatarsal, so none of that is happening. Okay, we start a small movement, just really tiny. Drop an inch and up an inch. Little down, little up. Now I want you to be in a pretty aggressive bend here. If you're all the way up here, that does not count. Okay, you gotta get down, and you should feel your leg right away. Right away, those muscles are working. Let's take it a little faster. So if you can hear the beat in the background, we're just gonna kind of try to ride that beat. Whew, to stay moving. My legs are pretty burning. Oh gosh, okay, we can do this. I'm motivated by the thought that you might do this with me at some point in time, eventually. All right, so as we're pulsing, we're just kind of building a baseline burn in our legs. We're taking some nice deep breaths. Let's talk about posture. Tailbone is long. I want you to think about neutral spine here. If you've done Pilates or yoga and you have a sense of your body here and you can tighten your abs without doing too many weird extra things, that's exactly where I want you. We're still pulsing, just creating that little base burn still. Shoulders are back down. Let's go down for 2 counts here. It's slow. Down for 2 and up for 2. Okay, I still have a treat here for you. Down for 2. Up. Take it down for 2 if you want this. And up for 2. And I'm getting quite a bit of burn here. Drop down and hold. No movement. Down. Little up. Down. Little up. Down. So lots of check-ins with your body helps your brain stay active. Always going through your posture, squeezing your sit bones together, ankles forward. Okay, now down for 2 and just up an inch. So instead of coming up for 2, we go down for 2 deeper and then up just a smidge. Down for 2, up an inch. Okay, try to keep it low. Down for 2, up an inch. We're back to those little pulses. Pulse, pulse. So I told Dan I was coming downstairs, I was like, we're gonna try to do 20 minutes of demi-plies. We'll see if that happens, but we're gonna try to be here for a long time, okay? Down for slow freeze now. Down, 2, 3, and hold. Notice how we're just taking different tempos with different amounts of hold. That isometric squeeze where there's no movement at all is still very challenging to the muscle fibers. Let's take that a little bit faster. Down, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Hi, sweetheart. You gonna plie? Down, 2, 3. Can you shake? Can you give me a high five? Yeah, high five. High five. Oh, good boy. All right. So we're still tripleting here, having a grand old time. Thighs are burning, but starting to feel a little bit better. I feel like my body adapts to that burning sensation after a while, and it's less of a mental block of like, oh gosh, I gotta get out of this position stat. Woo! All right, so we're gonna come back to that base pulse. That little tiny one. We're gonna lower our heels just a little bit. I feel this quite differently through my legs. We're gonna start a little movement through the pelvis. So we're bringing in the tuck. That's an iconic bar movement. Again, you'll find that at any bar studio. 1 pulse, 1 tuck. Take it down an inch, up an inch, squeeze. So I'm squeezing my butt and I'm moving my pelvis forward. Down, up, tuck. Down, up, tuck. And down, up, tuck. Go lay down, up, tuck. That tuck emphasizes the angle of your thighs into that greater angle of tension. So you're gonna notice when your hips are forward, you have a straighter leg, just your tuck. Under, under, under. Woo. Again, shameless plug, if you want a real bar class, the ballet physique, down for 2. So tuck, down, and tuck up. Tuck down for 2, tuck lift for 2. My heels are still low, so they're not as high as they were. Woo, did you see that shake? Take it down for 2 and up for 2. Just drop and hold. We have 3 more of those. Drop, hold, and then we're gonna rotate our legs out. Have you come up yet? Hopefully not. Find your little baby pulse here, and you're just gonna rotate your legs and squeeze your heels in. I'm still in a very low heel position here. I'll change front for you. Down for 2 again, nice and slow, and up for 2. Okay, do not stretch your knees at that point. That's cheating. I consider that coming out of your position. You always want to keep a little bit of tension into those quadriceps. All right, single it out, down an inch, little up, little down. I'm getting a little quiver here. I don't know how you can see that on camera. I wear shorts for a reason. I'm not a big shorts person. I actually hate my legs. Well, no, I don't. I love them now. I used to hate my legs a lot. We could talk about that in an entirely different video, but when I was in ballet, I hated my legs, hated them a lot. Now, I like them. Down a little faster into that pulse, but I'm just not a big shorts wearer. However, it does help enable you to see kind of the different muscles of my thighs, and that way you can see and we can talk about the different muscles that are working. All right, down in that slow 3 again. Down, 2, 3, and holds. Little up. I'm pressing my heels together hard. Okay, so in a dummy plie, I feel that inside of my quadricep. That's called your vastus medialis or your vastus medialis oblique or your VMO. A little faster. Down, 2, 3. Your quads have 3 main muscles: the medius, the middle, and the lateral, lateralis. Whew! I was like a little worried there about my anatomy. So your quads have 3 muscle groups there. Down, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Did you tell how I stopped talking? Woo! Keep that pulse. Okay, I was just debating cutting that out of the video, but I don't think that I can, because then you'll think that I cheated and cut the video and came up out of this. So I basically can't mess up talking throughout this whole thing, huh? Shoot, because you're gonna think I cheated. All right, so just ignore that awkward phase where I wasn't saying anything. We're gonna move past that. We're still tripleting, P.S. Woo, okay, we're gonna take a pulse this time, down hold, and we're gonna add a little flare to the back. So I'm turning from the side, down hold, and then I'm pressing my knees open, a little faster, down and press, down and press. So this would work our vastus lateralis, the muscle on the side, maybe a little bit into your RT bands, but I feel this a lot in my glute medius. Down and press. Woo! I'm shaking now. Take it down, press it back, and down, little flare. Good. Down, press it back, and just press to the back. It's out and out. So I hope you're breathing out there. You're doing a great job, even if you're just attempting this. A little bit of burn is always better than nothing at all, right? Out and out. We're gonna take that flare down for 2 counts and up for 2. Down for 2 and up for 2. Hold your belly and up for 2. Take it out and out and up and up. Take it out. Oh, I'm stretching my legs there. Did you see that? They wanted to straighten so bad. Back to our pulse and pulse. Okay, we're gonna finish it up here, but before we do, we're gonna lift those heels a little higher and really squeeze them together. Down an inch, up an inch. Oh, down an inch, up an inch. Little down. I'm keeping my hand on my abs and my ribs here just to make sure nothing weird comes out. We're starting to move a little faster, down and down. We're gonna turn back to the side. You have 8 more counts here. 7, 6, 5. Okay, we're gonna create a little combo with those movements that we learned. 1 tuck and 1 flare. Tuck, release, flare, release. A little faster. Tuck, flare, tuck, flare. So either way, both movements, you're starting to use the back of the body a little bit more. Glute maximus, glute medius. All right, 1 tuck, 1 flare, and 2 pulses down. Take it down. Now, down lower. Tuck, flare. Oh, I got the Elvis leg. It's starting to shake. Take it tuck, flare, pulse, pulse. Tuck, flare, pulse. A little faster. Ready? Tuck, flare, pulse, pulse. Under, out, down, down. Under, out, down, down. 4 more. Under, out, down, down. 3, down, down. 2. Woo! All right, 16 pulses here, and we're gonna open to a grand plie second position. That should feel like relief. Do you see the shakes? It's real. It's happening. You have 8 more counts. I'm starting to sweat now. My garage is a little cold, so I have this jacket on, but The sweat's coming out. Here's 2. Now careful transition. We're not trying to stretch our legs, right? So right away, out to ground plie. I'm gonna turn wide. Get as low as you can and hold. Try not to come up. Those shakes should be there. We're gonna work in a little bit of full range of motion. That should feel wonderful. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Now I'm still pulling up my quads. We've done this in some prior videos. Make sure your knees are driving out, again, over your second metatarsal. Try not to let them fall in and open back out. Up, down. Let's pick up that pace a little bit. This is kind of a good break for you. This feels like a break to me. All right, nice deep breath. We're gonna say low, freeze. Little pulse, pulse. So I recommend that you rock to the outside edge of your foot. Right there, it helps engage the muscles of your turnout, your external rotators there. Woo, down for 2, up an inch. Down, lower, up an inch, holds. Down, lower. Now this position should feel a little bit different. I wouldn't say like a relief, but it should be a little different because you're able to use your butt a little more. Back to pulse, pulse. I'm gonna lose my mat here, so I'm not cheating, I promise. Just wanted to move that under my legs so I didn't go flying into the middle splits. Okay, so we're gonna work our heels here. Press your right heel up and then set it down slow. Right heel, set it down. Left heel, set it down. So this is a good exercise for your ankles and just awareness into ankle stability. It's always good to practice not sickling over that ankle. Both heels up and down. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Try not to come up. If you came up a few inches, get back down there. Lift, lower. 2 more, but we're gonna keep our heels down just to give our feet a little bit of a break here. All right, I'm actually doing okay. I was like whimpering there for a second, but resilience. And your body's always stronger than you think it is. Down for triplets here. Down, 2, 3, and hold. Little up, down, 2, 3. Little up, down, 2. I have to squat heavy after this too. I'm doing the Russian squat program. Let's take this a little faster. Down, 2, 3. Teeny, teeny, tiny. So if any of you are lifting out there too, it's kind of cool. We're into week 5 of set squat program. Now I'm finishing up week 4. It's on the board over there, so maybe I'll take a picture of it afterwards. I'm just a huge fan of every kind of fitness. And it's really important to challenge your body, switch it up. All right, drop and hold. We're gonna add those flares back in. Press, down, press. So you might find you have a bit greater range of motion in this position if your legs farther apart. I do. But again, don't feel like you have to do a 180-degree turnout. Come down if you need to, just your flare. Out and out. Press, press. So I don't want to see your knees come back in. It's not a big range of motion. It's just kind of a tap. Like I had my hand back here and I'm giving myself a little high five with my thigh. A little faster flutter. Hey, like you have little butterfly wings. This actually feels great on my hips. My glutes are engaged a little bit. So great. Whew. All right, back to flare and hold. We're gonna add our little combo. Okay, so flare, holds, 2 pulses down. Okay, so we go flare, holds, down, down, back, down, down. A little syncopation this time. Just trying to keep you interested. Back, down, down. Let's see what song my Spotify comes up with. Down, down. Nothing, apparently. Oh, I need music. Take it back. Down, down. Oh, we're getting some. Down, down. Seems slow. All right, so we're back to slow pulses. Down, down. This is feeling like we might be ready to finish. Okay, I want you to get a little lower. We got 16 right here, starting from here. Go 16, 15, 14. Now this is where that mental endurance comes into play. Mind over matter. Just close your eyes. Sometimes it helps to think about anything else other than that quivering sensation in your legs. Good. Are we at 4? I feel like we need another 8. Let's just do 8 more. 8, 7. It can't hurt ya. You can just make your legs even better. Maybe 4, 3. Now here's your one little break. Stand up. Heel toe your feet together. We are back into that first position. Lift, plie, heels together. This is where we walk one foot out to 4th position. Take a little plie, down and down. Now you might feel a little tension on your back knee in this position. Trying to find a good spot to face you. This is good. So if that's true, just stretch your legs a little more. I'm okay with that here. Little triplets down. It's down, 2, 3. So very similar tempos in all of our situations here. We're just trying to stay moving and give our legs that challenge. Lots of high reps here. That's what gives your legs that burn since we're not adding any weight or resistance. All right, grab and hold. You're gonna give me that little tuck under with your hips. Now, let me turn from the side to side. Take it down and tuck. Now, this is a good time. Let's take a few faster tucks to test your balance. If you're holding onto the bar, this will ensure that your weight is right in between both of your feet. Okay, back to your pulse. Down and down and down. So I can either drive forward through my back foot. I think that's a little prettier of a line, but I actually don't feel as lined up in my weight until I shift my weight a little further back and drop that heel a little bit. All right, we got 8 more pulses here. Very simple set here in 4th position. We're gonna hone in on the back leg. 4 more counts. 4, 3. So you're gonna shift your weight behind you. Shift it back. You might need to rearrange your hand on the bar. Point your right toe, lift it up. Whew, and we hold. Okay, so I'm gonna scoot in a little closer. Little plie. So we're in single leg. Heck yeah. All right, so I'm definitely lowering my heel a little bit here. My arch, my metatarsals are like, we're getting a little tired. I don't want too much pressure. I don't want you to feel like you're getting yourself a bruise on the ball of your foot. All right, down for 3, slow. Down, 2, 3, and hold. Can you see the shake? Ha! Down, 2, 3, and hold. These are evil, these slow ones. Try to still extend through your front leg. 3, and hold. Point through your toes, bonus points. Where am I from? Wisconsin? A little faster. Down, 2, 3, little up. Holy moly. I'm sweating, but in a totally different way. So you might feel like, wow, like right now I've got a little sweat coming down my arm, but I'm not like huffing and puffing. So it's just a different way to work your body using that shake. All right, little pulses. 8, 7, 6. I think we need 16 here though. I started you off with 8, but we're gonna give you another 8 before we switch feet. Here's 8, 7, 6. Get a little lower. 5, 4, 3. You're not gonna come up. You're gonna put your leg into first position. Other leg walks out. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this way so we see when we start that little pulse again. Take it down. Good time to square off your hips. I like to think of my back hip kind of coming towards my front knee. That squares me off. Down and down. We got our slow triplets to the ground. So down, 2, 3. Little up. Excuse me. Little up. Down, 2, 3. We're breathing. We're having a great time. Ooh, bar. It gets ya. Okay, what is this song? I don't have any weed here. All right, so slow pulse. Down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. You just want to stay moving. I really don't care what you do down here. That's why. I totally care what you do down there. But as long as you're moving, as long as you're in that mid-knee position, quads are under constant tension. A little faster pulse. We'll hit those little pulses and those little tucks to really fire up that back thigh. So we're going to pulse down and up and tuck. Okay, so it's a little slower, but I just can't not be with the music. It hurts my soul. Down and up and tuck and release. Make sure you're finding your balance. Weight is equal, faster, just the tuck. Tuck, tuck, tuck. I found, okay, I do not go out very often, but when I do go out, dancing is hard work, like dancing outside in real life. So, and I always feel like my thighs burn a lot because I'm trying to get down, and I never do. So this has helped a lot with going out, which doesn't happen very often. Let's go back for a pulse. It also helps if you're in a nasty bathroom, like getting gas at a gas station, and you don't want to sit on the seat, and you just do the hover. Okay, I know you know what I'm talking about, the hover. Let's do 7 more pulses. Well, I can hover for like years, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's gonna help you. So, plie, shift your body weight back, and you're gonna point that other foot. So I gotta turn a face here for you. Whoo, slow triplet down, down, 2, 3, and hold. So you have that look to look forward to. That endless hover above What am I even talking about? I'm just trying to get through this. A little faster. We go down, 2, 3. Ooh, this is helpful. Take it down, 2, 3. All right, little pulse. Down, down, down. We did 16 on that other side, so we're gonna do 16 here. We have 8 more single leg. We're gonna finish it out with both legs and just final burn, final frontier. All right, bring it in, little pulse. Now, you have options. You can choose to drop your heels a little bit lower. I'm gonna take that modification now because my feet feel a little tired. They're not, my arches are kind of sick of being in that forced arch position. Big breath in, we're going back to the beginning, down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. Even though your thighs are tired, try to find that strength. Squeeze your heels together. Squeeze your sit bones together and your glutes in and up the back. Pull up your pelvic floor. Navel to the spine, ribs are in, little faster, down, little up. Down, little up, shoulders are down. Good time to practice great posture, especially since your body is sort of under stress right now. Down, little up, shoulder blades pin down into your back. We have 32 little pulses here to finish this out. So I'm gonna take a little balance. You can either take your hands to prayer or to first position, I reversed that, to your hips, to prayer, or overhead to 5th position. And like this. I have no idea where we are because I was counting. Let's do 8 more counts from here. I think I'm pretty close. Sing as low as you can, your final 8. 7, 6, 5, come on, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Ah! Whew. All right, we did it. If you did that whole thing without coming up, I want to know about it. Put a comment in the comment section and be like, yeah, girl, I was better than you. So let's take a nice quad stretch. We're gonna head down to the floor after this and give your hips and the front of your body a nice release from all of that. Take a deep breath, squeeze your booty under. Woo. I was actually more worried about that than I thought. I think it was better than I thought it would be, but my legs were shaking. Hopefully, that was a great introduction to barre. So if you've never done that plie set before, or that plie move before, this was a little more hardcore than we normally would do a set that was a very long set. So, good job. Way to go. Pat yourself on the back. High five. Wow, my legs are jello. Let's go to the floor and stretch. All right, some easy stretches to open up our quads really quick and the front of our hip flexors too. I want you to come all the way to the back of your mat, or just if you're on carpet, carpet is probably better. One leg forward, press your hips all the way down. Take your hands to that front leg and just have a moment to really square off and allow your pelvis to release here. A nice deep breath is always good. So your hip flexors do connect into your quads, where they have a lot of like joint relationship actions in movement. So I think it's always good to stretch your hip flexors when you're stretching your quads. Turn your back hip down and kind of face your front leg. As you twist, you might get a little bit more stretch on that front hip flexor. If you squeeze your bum forward, really press. Stretching is the best part. I think I work out just to stretch, partially. So if your back knee is okay here, this is a great moment to kick up and grab your back foot, pull it in. One of my favorite stretches. Ooh, quads. So I back up a little bit and then try to elongate. Picture your fibers in your muscles there, in your quadriceps, lengthening, opening out, spreading apart, breathing. I like to think like I have the power to direct my inhale into a certain muscle group. So as I breathe in and out, I'm specifically like air ventilating my left quadricep. I'm thinking of that because I just got my oil change in my car and they told me my air filter was dirty, which, come on, I can like go change my own oil filter from something I buy at Walmart, but it was dirty, and I think about like my muscle right now being kind of like a dirty air filter. So as I breathe in and out, I'm sort of getting rid of all those toxins and dust and debris and everything in that muscle. That was really deep. All right, come out of that. Let's take a little hamstring stretch. Just pressing through that front leg because why not? Flex your foot. Give yourself a nice stretch there. Let's flex and point a few times just to elongate the body. I can feel that all on that other side as well. And I like to take just a little test of my split. We're not trying to do anything crazy here today, but it's just a nice way to elongate. Maybe you're just sliding out a few inches. Practice on your splits. Splits are a fun thing to do, even if you never do the splits. It's good to check in every once in a while. It's a great measure of flexibility. I find that what my splits feel like from day to day is very indicative of like just the rest of my body. Am I tight? Am I sore? Am I creaky? Am I kind of nice and loose and feeling good? So it's a benchmark, and it can be, even if don't consider yourself really good at the splits. Slide that leg in and back and around, and take your other side here. So other leg, doesn't matter which one, just the other one. Hopefully you just have two. And then, oh, we stayed up a little longer, didn't we? Whew, deep breath in, and allow your hips to relax here. I almost feel like my pelvis just got super heavy, and my muscles and tendons and ligaments like didn't decide to hold it real tight anymore. So everything sinks forward. Hand down, and that's when you find your little twist into the side. You could press your opposite side hip down even more. Squeeze your butt. So nice. Deep breaths. If you're back and you felt good on that other side, go ahead and take that here. A good modification if you don't want to take this is to just come down to your forearms and intensify your lunge. You get a little more hip flexor in this, but whoo, we talked about air filters for a long time on that other side, so we got to stay here for equally as long. Inhale and exhale. Try to send that breath through to your quad. I know it's not necessarily scientifically possible, but I think visualization in working out and stretching and movement, I think visualization and movement and dancing and expression is really important. So I try to use it and incorporate it in what I teach as well. Even just a simple quadricep stretch. Breathe it in. When you exhale, any dirt and debris, lactic acid, anything, trying to collect there. And release. So let's take that little stretch through the front of the opposite leg. What's the back of the front leg, isn't it? Words. When I get into stretch zone, it's hard to talk. I took a contortion class once from Grace Ramsey, shout out, she's a great contortionist in Denver, and she was like, yeah, I get kind of like high feeling after a while after I've stretched for a few hours, and I was like, okay. And 2 hours later, I like couldn't drive home. I like didn't know where my car was or what my name was. No, I think she roofied me. Just kidding. Slide out to your split. Nice and easy. Maybe you're not in your split, but you're attempting. Maybe this is the first time you've attempted a split. Probably not. It's good to check in on those things. Just listen to your body. Even if you're all the way up here, good time to relax over your front leg. Take some deep breaths. Ooh. Last stretch, very simple. Take the soles of your feet together, leaning forward. Try to flatten your back here. I see so often that we punch and round, and I don't really think that's a lot of quality of a stretch. So open through your chest and then pull yourself, use your arms and your biceps, pull yourself down. I feel a lot more stretch here in the back of the glutes. And then I like to open up my hip joints a little bit, so press one hand to same knee, and then push it down and simultaneously lean away. I get this like tractioning feeling through my hip socket, and it stretches all those muscles surrounding a little bit of low back and your QL if you're tight there. And come back through the center. This is your reward for doing all those freaking plies. Same hand to same leg on the other side. Press it down and away. So that's really important. Don't just press it down and don't just lean away. But like all of a sudden you don't like that knee at all. Just get it out. I can't even look at it. Press it away. Breathe into those spaces. Create some extra room in your joint there. And come on. That's all I got for you today. Hope your thighs are feeling the burn and you got a nice little stretch there as well. Keep requesting anything. I think I'm going to keep making these videos after I'm done with this series, but less. I think 3 times a week maybe is too much. I don't know if is anyone actually doing these 3 times a week, or maybe it's just good to have like on the docket in case you're bored or you missed a workout. But I'm thinking I might do abs next. So if you have thoughts on that, if you've watched this far, which you probably haven't, which is fine. But sometimes I feel like I'm just talking into the abyss of cyberspace because I'm just talking to my computer right now. what's up? But yeah, if you have any opinions, let me know. I think this is just so fun to do some of my own programming and get some sets out to people, so I'm up for whatever. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye. See you next time. Bye.